What's up, guys? Welcome back to Goodbye 9 to 5. My name is Kevin,
And I'm Ryan.
and today we're going to show you how to find the best manufacturer on Alibaba.
Let's get to it. Alright guys, we're going to find a product here on Alibaba. First thing you're going to do is create an account. I already have one created, so I'm already ready to go. Then we are going to search for our product. We predetermined that we're going to be doing a cheese grater. So let's go ahead and type that in. Cheese grater. There we go. So once you have your product pulled up, you can see there's a bunch of results. There's over 6,000 there, 6,700. And it goes for over 7 pages worth of results, over 100 pages worth of results. So the first thing we want to do to reach out to a lot of those suppliers is do an RFQ. So you'll go up here to the right hand corner. We're going to click on the one request multiple quotes. And what the RFQ is a request for a quote. We're going to submit the RFQ to the suppliers. And then what the suppliers are going to do is see if they can do it or not. And then they send you a quote back. And once you get the quotes, you compare the quotes, and then you talk back and forth between the supplier and figure things out. So we'll click on Try Now. Here you type in your cheese grater, and then you type in how many pieces you want. Let's go ahead and do 750. And then right here, you are going to type up the request. We're going to put in all the specifications that we need for our product. We want to be as specific as we can so that way the manufacturers know if they can do it or not. We have a template actually attached below, and it's really, really effective. Kevin and I have both used the template, and we get tons of quotes coming back in. Most of the time when you send out the RFQ, you will get quotes coming back that day even, so be ready to work with it. You'll type all this in, submit the RFQ, and you're ready to go. The other option that we have to reach out to manufacturers is actually going to them one by one. So we're going to start looking for products one by one and filtering through them. So we're going to, here's different types of things that we can filter a cheese grater through, like metal type, tool type, things like that. We can also do the minimum order quantity. We actually want to start with a little bit less because it's our first order. Then we can also sort by price min and price max. Two of the filters that are most important though is going to be the trade assurance and the gold plus supplier. So I'm going to click those already because it's a must. There you go. Okay, so I narrowed it down even more to only 247, which is not that many, which is kind of nice actually. It's just cutting out all the things that you don't want. What trade assurance is we'll just click on the learn more here. Here we go. So it's a secure online environment for global trade. It's an offer through Alibaba, and what they do is it'll minimize the risk by guaranteeing money back in the event of a supplier failing to meet the terms of the order contract. So that's a big thing that Kevin and I actually learned is we needed to write up contracts. So you want to write a contract up and then have your supplier agree to it. It also says, let's see, trade assurance applies a credit rating system that incentivizes suppliers to produce and deliver high quality goods on time and according to the buyer specifications. So that is definitely one filter that you want to click on. That's a must if you're looking for a reputable source to get your product from. The other one is the Gold Plus supplier. That's this little logo here. You can check that out as well. And recently they added in, so it used to be just Gold supplier, but now there's Gold Plus supplier, which gives you a lot of extra benefits. So with Gold supplier, they'll do the on-site check. So they're actually going to go to the warehouse and check it out and make sure it's really good. and then trade protection. Sounds pretty similar to trade assurance, to be honest. And then Gold Plus throws these in. What I really like is the videos. So they'll actually take videos of the facility and then panoramic pictures, and then they do inspection reports. It's pretty awesome. Oh, and that as well. So we've narrowed it down quite a bit already by the thousands, which is kind of nice. We're gonna just kind of look through for a product that we want, and what we decided was to go with a cheese grater that's 4-sided. So we're looking for the 4-sided one. So you can see that there's other types here, like a hand crank one and these handle ones. We don't want those. So we're looking for a good 4-sided one. So this one looks kind of. What I look for here is just honestly a good picture. Like you can see this is a not good picture, and so I mean you can check them out, but it's telltale sign. But this one right here looks pretty good. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with this one. Okay, with this one, the first thing we're gonna look at is pictures some more. So we can go through the pictures here, and we can see that it is a 4-sided cheese grater, just like we want. Has a nice base, and it's probably gonna, stick to a countertop and not slide around, and it has a nice handle on it as well. So that's kind of what we're looking for. The next thing we're gonna look at is our price points. So this one is about 30 to 90 cents per piece. That's pretty cheap as compared to some of the other ones. You can see this one, like this one here. I mean, it's not exactly the same product, but this one's $2 to $3. So ours is quite a bit cheaper, which is, it really depends on the quality of the product. If you're paying more, you should get more. Is how I see it. So. And then you can also see the minimum order quantity here, the MOQ. This is 1,000 pieces. So a lot of times you don't necessarily have to order 1,000 pieces. You can be pretty flexible on that, especially when you're first starting FBA. You can talk them into a little bit less, and talk to them about doing future orders as well. And they might be able to lower the MOQ for you. The other thing is the reason there's a price range here, so it goes from 30 cents to 90 cents, is the more pieces you order, the cheaper the price of each piece. Down a little bit lower here, you can see the size of the product and just a bunch of quick details of the product. This is how they package it here. There's some more pictures. Here's some good features here. This here you can actually use in building listings. You can go into your listing and use a lot of these words here. Then one important thing that I like to look at is the delivery time. So the delivery time here says 30 to 50 days. And to me, that's actually kind of a lot. If shipping's taking 50 days to get to the warehouse, that's 50 days I have to have in stock and then some, so that I'm not running out of stock and that my customers are able to keep purchasing. And then this tells you how they accept payments. So what this means is 30% of the total price. So let's say I buy 1,000 pieces at 30 cents. I'm at $300. I would have to pay 30% of that down, and then they would start production, and after production is done, I would pay the other 70%, and then they would start the shipping process. This talks a little bit about how they ship. It says right here, other shipment available depending on your demand, and so you can ask for different shipping types and things like that. Here we have the pictures of the factory. So here we can get into a little bit of the information on the supplier itself. So if we want to check out the company that we're ordering from, we can just go into the side here. We'll click this right here, and we'll bring up the company's profile. So here is the Wing Sheng Industries out of Shanghai. This is their profile, and most of the time when I'm on a company's profile, what I'm doing is looking at their other products and going through their categories. Sometimes you can find product ideas, or you can find, let's say I like the company, they're a gold supplier, they're trade assured, and so I like the company, but the cheese grater isn't the exact one I want. I can actually go in here and look at some of their other cheese graters that they have to offer as well. Let's see. Here you can see that they are a 10 years paid supplier. They're out of China. They're a manufacturer and a trading company. They got 5 out of 5 reviews. And so this looks like a pretty good product and a pretty good supplier that we can order from. So what we'll do next is actually contact the supplier. So along with the RFQ, what we're going to do is actually contact these suppliers one by one. And so let's see, we go back to the main page. So there's a lot of suppliers on here. Show you there's over 7 pages of manufacturers for cheese graters, and we're going to go through a lot of these pages, go one by one, and we are going to type up something that's similar to the RFQ, but we're just going to type up our specifications, requirements that we want, and how many pieces we want, and kind of just send it out to them and see what they can do. And then we should start getting a lot of quotes coming back in. What we'll do with those quotes now, once we collect a lot of quotes, we're going to collect probably around 30 of them, and this is where it comes in. So when someone sends you a quote back, you're actually going to go into your account. So you'll go to My Alibaba, and then you can go into your message center. In the message center, it's going to come up with all along the side here. It's going to come up with all of the different people sending you quotes. So here's an old quote from a different product, and really what they're saying is, most of the time they're saying, yes, I can do that. Let me help you out. I'm super excited to work with you. And they're pretty persistent. They're business people. They're trying to get the sale. So with those, I'll get around 30 quotes, and with those 30 quotes, I'll start narrowing them down. I'm pretty picky. You get to be picky with this, and I'll narrow it down to around 6 to 10 final people. And with those 6 to 10, I'll start talking to them more in depth. And what I'm looking for at that point is what the supplier's bringing to the table and how good the rep is. So if I'm talking to someone and their English isn't very good, I almost automatically just boot them out, because I don't have time to have a lot of miscommunication. And it doesn't happen very often. They speak very good English a lot of the time, so it doesn't happen very often. Another factor is how responsive they are. So if it's taking 2 days for them to give me a response, they're booted out as well. Pretty simple. Out of those 6 to 10, what I'll then do is narrow it down to 3 people that I really like and 3 products that I really like. So I've narrowed all of it down from 30 down to 3, and then what I will do is actually order 3 samples from those manufacturers. With those 3 samples, I'm making sure that it is exactly what I want. So after going through the RFQ and talking back and forth with them, you get to tell them what you want and what you expect from this product. So for example, my cheese grater here, let's say I want to make this base and the handle a dark blue color instead of black. I would make sure that they're able to do that in the messages, and then I would order that sample. and I'll do that for 3 different companies. And then what I'll do next is I'll compare the 3 samples side by side. I'll test them out. I'll make sure they work. I make sure they're up to my standard. I've actually, with myself, I've had a few samples where it comes in and I get the sample and I immediately know it's not what I want, and so I can't work with it. And so it's very essential to get the 3 samples. Once you figure out which one you like best, you pick one and then you run with it. You pick that product and you go through the process and you say, hey, I'm ready to order. And what they'll do is actually send you an order form. You start filling it out, and then at that point, what you want to do is write out a contract. What this contract is what the trade assurance is guaranteeing you. So you start writing out the contract of, this is what the product is, this is how many there are, this is how our shipping's going to go, and this is how much I pay, and this is the amount of time that they have to deliver the product. And you need that in writing, otherwise the trade assurance isn't going to work. If it's not in writing, then they can get away with things. So get that in writing. The other thing you can do is once you place the order and the contract's all written up, when the product is produced, what you want to get is an inspection. Before it's shipped off, before it's sent to the Amazon warehouse and sails across the sea or flies, whatever you're doing, you want to get it inspected so that you know that your product is up to your standards and ready to be sold on Amazon. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you in finding the best manufacturer possible. Down below is the links to the templates and also the inspections.
And also, if you guys need help building your listing, or if you just want someone to review your listing, check out our website down below also, because we can really help you out a lot. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Goodbye.
Peace.